I'm sure you know the Pareto law, which states that 20% of actions bring 80% of results and vice versa. Likewise, generally speaking, 10% of guys get 90% of options or women, and 10% of women get 90% of guys. So if you took like a random group of girls and made them swipe Tinder profiles where there's like 10 attractive guys and 90 unattractive guys, I'm pretty sure most of the girls would swipe right on the attractive guys. What I'm trying to say is a guy who is taken care of, his body is on point, his status, his friends, his relationships, his many areas in his life are taken care of. That guy is gonna have an unfair advantage over other dudes in the dating area. And I'm willing to bet that mostly it happens because he is a good-looking stud. Look, he might have a ripped body or look like a TV show actor or have like a celebrity personality. So whatever it is, he chooses who he talks to. And the beautiful thing is you go out there and you literally take your chances in talking to any girl, coming up to any girl, starting a conversation with any girl. Whereas if you're like a mid dude who's unattractive, well, you know what I'm talking about. Well, good luck with that. I'm not saying that only looks matter, but hey, if you're an attractive dude, women smile at you more, they tease you more, they look at you more, they give you more attention, more validation. Because otherwise, how's that some guys get attention and others don't? Like legit, there are guys who have never been approached by women, and there are dudes who have unlimited choice when it comes to dating. So you must understand the Pareto law, because if you don't, dating won't make sense to you. Women won't make sense to you. So it is in your best interest to use this law in your advantage. So let's dive deeper, and I'm going to explain how this thing happens and how you can use this thing into your advantage. Remember, humans have biases, and those biases in return make primal decisions. One of the obvious examples that I can give you is if you're hungry and if you see food, then you want to eat it because it stems from your primal evolutionary standpoint, evolutionary brain right down there, some cortex, some part of the brain. So since our childhood, we have been programmed to think in some type of way, in a certain way. We have been constructed throughout childhood, throughout adulthood, and we judge the world around us subjectively. So the world is what you think it is. It's not the same for everyone. Someone wakes up, sees rain and says, what a shitty weather. Whereas someone wakes up, puts on a raincoat and goes running and skipping. So everything and everyone around us is subjective. Like what you think about the world is subjective. And this is especially true when it comes to appearance. We grew up with the notion that a person has to strive to look good. I mean, for example, what compliments do we give to women, right? You're beautiful, you're pretty, you're good looking, you are gorgeous, stunning. And it's almost the same for guys. You're hot, you're handsome, you're muscular, or you're strong, you're charismatic. It mostly comprises of the things which contribute to your looks. So this particular bias has a name, and it's called Looksism. This phenomenon is especially true when it comes to business world, when it comes to corporate world, academic world, where people who are good looking and attractive tend to get higher salaries. They tend to get more promotions. They tend to be the boss's favorite. They tend to get invited to more interviews. So it's not just me who's telling you that there is an unfair advantage. People who don't really fit into society's dominant aesthetic criteria, right? The social norms or standards, they are kind of looked at as or perceived as outliers. They might have an odd fashion or style. They might have strange tattoos or be obese. And so my take is, as long as people are the ones making decisions and analyzing stuff, this is gonna stay the same. And so it will always give an upper hand to good-looking people. But hey, maybe it's gonna change with the rise of AI, but there's only so much that our primal brain can do with involuntary decisions and giving preferences to people who look attractive and more appealing. So the bottom line is, if you are the preferred child in the family, or if you are the boss's favorite, everyone opens the doors for you, if you're getting free drinks as an attractive woman, you might become a privileged human being and get used to preferential treatment from other people. But maybe you will also think that the world is a better place since everyone treats you well, since everyone gives you preferences, right? Since everyone smiles at you, respects you, gives you attention. People are not rude, they're nice to you, they smile at you, devote some of their time to you because they want to hang around you. They see you as an attractive companion. So at the end, things are just easier to you. If your car breaks down, for example, and if you look like an unattractive weirdo who hasn't showered, who hasn't taken care of himself, people are not really willing to stop and, devote their time to help you. What's even crazier is that if a kid is attractive, but if he or she misbehaves from time to time, parents are willing to look at that as temporary anger outbreak. Whereas if the kid is not attractive, people tend to label him as a naughty, misbehaved child. To go even further, if an attractive person broke the law, the court tends to deal with that person in an easier way. So they're gonna be with more privileges to you. I don't know, maybe people just trust you more, or maybe they see something that they don't see in other people. So as a result, they just end up treating you in a better manner. I mean, I'm not sure how many of you watched this Netflix TV show which is called You, but the guy is, literally a criminal. He kills people, but he is an attractive, charismatic guy. And even if he does these horrible things, girls tend to sympathize with him and kind of root for him, and they try to understand his position. I heard some stories from friends of friends. We're talking about some situations in our student lives, and some of them mentioned that, life was pretty easy for her friend who was very attractive, who was, according to some standards or social norms, I think she was someone that you could label as that girl. And people would treat her well, try to open the doors, try to get her number, get her attention, get her affection, and these things just happen. Of course, there are disadvantages of being attractive or maybe relying too much on looks and attractiveness. And that thing is, if this is all you care about, if beauty is your holy grail, right? All you chase is beauty. All you chase is maybe, I don't know, in your later years, like surgeries, some skin treatments, and you just want to stay as beautiful as you can be for as long as you can be. Just understand that your self-worth is tied to your looks, and your looks deteriorate after some time. They fade because this thing does not last forever. So it's more of a conscious step that we're trying to do here by trying to understand what might happen in the future. So if you navigate your life strictly with the notion that looks are important to you, you might end up in a bad place. Now, what does this do to you? What does this whole video mean to you? As painful as it is, or as materialistic as it sounds, we have to accept the truth. The truth is, good-looking people get more interest, get more validation, get better treatment, more respect from other people. In a world where culture and beauty has a place to be, good-looking people will prevail. And so it means, again, as materialistic as it sounds, you have to work on your looks, work out consistently, take care of your face and skin, buy fresh clothes to upgrade your style, learn charisma, learn how to talk to people, build muscle, lose fat. And what people don't realize is that once you start hitting these goals one by one, these things stack up, these habits stack up, and your achievements stack up, and it just creates a major progress. That's how all of these glow up transformations happen. You don't just lose fat if you work out, you become stronger, you become leaner, you become more flexible, your posture improves, you increase your confidence. Also, because you work out and you use your facial muscles and you suffer during your workouts, your jawline gets chiseled, your bone structure becomes better, your tongue is in a correct position, like you name it. There are like many benefits. Now look, I can see you're in a good place since you're watching this video. It means you want to improve, challenge yourself, try something new. On the other hand, you can say, hey, you know what, whatever, looks are shallow, nobody cares. But this video is here to demonstrate how important looks are. You don't have to become Dorian Gray and chase eternal beauty, but you should be pretty much almost borderline obsessed with taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental state, taking care of your looks, and overall this whole package, which is you. Because guess what, if you don't, others will. Somebody's gonna pull right up your door and take your girl because she's not interested in you anymore. And who is there to blame? She just chose a better prospect for her, and it's just the way things work. So you can reject this phenomenon and lose, or you can accept it and win. Attractive people have unfair advantage over unattractive people, and it's your duty to improve yourself. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one.